Before I finish, let's do a retrospective of Darkest Dungeon 2 a year after. Because I played vanilla alpha version of Darkest Dungeon 2. It took me a few hours to pass through the first map and kill the first main boss. It wasn't easy, it was hard, it took a few runs, okay. And now I'm back after a year. And the game is even bigger garbage than it was a year ago. In all terms. Now I spent actually a lot of hours. I spent 15 hours now in Darkest Dungeon 2. The only great thing about it is animations, combat animations, and that's about it. Now, what is bad? In 95% of cases, you're gonna get a negative quirks, bullshit trinkets, not enough amount of gold, not enough amount of relics, not good relics to buy in the end, not enough buffs, not enough light for the torch. You'll play in a constant dark non-stop. Or you can pick those maps to play in a light, but then you'll miss curious encounters, hero upgrades, and you need hero upgrades to make them stronger so they can actually move onwards on a second map, third map, fourth map. It's a grindy game. In vanilla, it required like 5 hours to reach the final boss. Here, it's gonna require 20 hours to max those skills out, okay, level 20 and above, to reach that boss now. Nothing changed for a year in terms of curious, they remain the same. I have a feeling like enemies are buffed and heroes here, champs, call them however you like, they're nerfed. Okay. Enemies, that's a special topic. Because this game, I think it goes with a guess that you're already max level. Okay. There is one constant same difficulty. No matter if you started now, this minute, or if you play 25 hours, there is one constant difficulty, alright? But your champions are starting from level 1, and they're very weak at the start, which means you're gonna die a lot. And that's very bad, the game, man, it ain't balanced, it ain't progressive, okay? It ain't balanced at all. Enemies also. I don't know with what mind are they creating enemies that have dodge for 50-75% chance, block for 50-75, stealth, riposte, AoE effects, blight, burn, bleed, double triple play per round at the same fucking time, while you can cast one ability. And if you miss, you're fucked. And you miss a lot because they dodge a lot. If they don't dodge, they riposte. If they don't riposte, then they block. If they don't block, then they guard. It's pain, okay? It's painful how unbalanced it is. It ain't complicated. I'm not playing Darkest Dungeon for the first time. I played Darkest Dungeon 1 since early alpha, when there were only 3 maps available. I was one of the first that finished Darkest Dungeon 1. On strict rules, okay? It's not like I'm new to the game. This ain't Darkest Dungeon 1, that's the first thing. It's a different game. The only thing that remains from Darkest Dungeon 1 is combat. But even those mechanics in combat are changed. Everything else is changed. You ain't roaming, you ain't doing shit, okay? Strict mod. Still, it's only 3.8% of players that finish the game with the full difficulty options of Darkest Dungeon 1. I did it when it was 0 point something, okay? At the very start, when the final release of Darkest Dungeon 1 was out. They weren't even curious on internet. I used to write them down in a book. What gives what. But at least in Darkest Dungeon 1, you could get some positives, okay? Here, in 95% of cases, it's negatives, a negative quirk. Negative trinket. Like, even if trinket has a positive stat, negative is gonna overwhelm that positive. And it's gonna remain a crap, if not even worse. The last run that I failed, I found an occultist trinket set that should make him powerful. He got one-shotted. There is no dungeon crawling, there is no randomization, it's always the same map. Go with light, go with hero upgrade, go with rescue civilians, and go with encounter till you reach the boss. It's still the fucking same, nothing new is added. I see some new enemies added. They're even more annoying than the old ones, because now they stack everything up, okay? And it's not only that they have dodge and block, they stack, okay? It lasts for 2 rounds instead of 1. Progress is slow, it's grindy. 1 run to reach the final map took me 3 hours. I believe it's 3 hours, I'm not sure, okay? That's way too fucking much. 1 run shouldn't last more than an hour. It's exhausting. The difficulty is exhausting, it's completely unbalanced, and when it lasts for 3 hours, you make 1 mistake, and you're fucked. Now you concentrate for 3 hours in a row. Everything that was great from Darkest Dungeon 1 is still not present here. No armor upgrades, no weapon upgrades, no progressive skill upgrades, you can upgrade skills only once. No managing at all, okay? Like you used to have in Blacksmith, Armorsmith, Chapel, and so on. None of that is here. There is a fucking chariot, okay? And 3 simple upgrades for your chariot, and that's about it. That's everything there is. Like a mobile version of Darkest Dungeon 1. Darkest Dungeon 1 was made for PC, this crap was made for like Nintendo Switch. Okay. And I don't know what needs to happen for this game to change. I guess it's way too fucking late. It's even more annoying than it was in vanilla of the South. I don't know what else. I probably forgot something because it fucking annoyed me. The only good thing was combat, but it's completely unbalanced. I'm talking about pure gameplay, how fun it is, okay, with animations, with hits, with spells, and so on. To mix them out, that's okay. It requires balancing, but it's fine. It's better than in Darkest Dungeon 1. Everything else is fucking worse. Everything. Progression, leveling, how much you need to grind, rewards, amount of crap that you encounter. I hoped after a year, when I enter the game again, that I'll see some improvements. It's even worse. Now you can't even abandon fights anymore. Okay, now you need to fight all bosses on the map. I don't know with what, who on earth did it. Okay, that's fine if you're level 25, level 30, if you upgraded all champs, okay, and now there is like a strict mod in Darkest Dungeon 1, they can make it here in Darkest Dungeon 2, and then you shouldn't be able to skip the boss, because you're strong enough to face him. When you're level 1 and you start, and you're not able to skip a mini-boss, every time you're gonna end up the same, until you level up. It's maddening. I'm telling you, it's like a mobile crap, okay? That's how it is. Okay, that's gonna be it for today.